Red Sox have made it all the way out to Southern California to begin their longest road trip of 2026. Tonight, game one with the Angels here in Anaheim. Jake Bennett has been a nice surprise. He gets the start to kick it off here at the Big A. Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Dave O'Brien. Looks who's back. That's sweet Lou Merlone and also Jemai Webster in just a couple of moments. First of 9 games on the road trip, Lou, starting here in California and then on to Chicago, then New York. Red Sox trying to kick off another winning streak.
Yeah, you had a nice homestand.
Yep.
You know, I know it didn't end well. You dropped the last couple, but you still went 5-2. So where do you stand right now as a team? Still a lot of work to do. Now, where you are in the wild card standings, what you need to do is pass 3 teams, 4 teams. And this is the point last year, remember, where you got hot going into the break. So you got a 9-game homestand, I mean, a road trip that could be very defining on who you are depending on how this thing goes, right? You get 3 here in Anaheim, then it's Chicago, and then it's off to New York. The problem is, at some point, you are going to lose Wilson Contreras, probably for most of these games here in that back stretch of it. That's going to put a tough spot here on this offense. They need to come out, win some ball games, have a good trip, and then see where you sit going into the All-Star break.
Well, it starts tonight. Bennett's emerged as a very dependable starter for the Red Sox. He was a key part of that sweep of the Yankees, pitching into the 7th last time out. Red Sox and Angels on the 4th of July weekend. Coming to you next. Red Sox baseball on NESN, brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. Playing with Heart. Learn more about the risks of bad cholesterol at playingwithheart.com. By Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. WB Mason, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. And by Toyota, recognized as the longest lasting brand. Gorgeous night here in Southern California. And game number 1 coming your way from the Big A as we toss it down to the man who loves California as much as anything, Jemai Webster. Jemai, you had a chance to talk with Romy Gonzalez earlier.
That's right, Dave. We are both California dreaming. The weather's fantastic. And where else would you rather be right now? He's Mr. 305, but for tonight, he's going to be manning the infield for the Red Sox at second base. And I had a chance to have a conversation with him about his return back so far since that offseason shoulder surgery. It now has him playing free, not thinking about it anymore, but had a check-in inside the clubhouse with Romy earlier tonight.
Oh, it's great, man. It's night and day. You know, I'm not really thinking about it, and there's no pain there, no discomfort. So yeah, just all glory to God and feeling healthy.
This feels like you know, coming into the season at this point, like you're stepping on a moving train that's moving 100 miles an hour. How do you think you've been able to kind of get your feet wet and settle into this point?
I wouldn't say I'm settled in yet. Obviously, you said it definitely feels a little fast. Obviously, the game's super fast up here too, and didn't have the longest rehab assignment. But just so happy to be back playing baseball with, you know, some of my closest friends and putting on the Boston Red Sox jersey every night.
You mentioned that, just 18 AAA at-bats during the rehab assignment. How's the approach coming along?
Little by little. You know, I'm feeling some things out still in the box, and every day feeling better just as I get more at-bats.
And today, first time in the field. How is second base now starting to feel like home? Understanding you always play all over the field, your versatility, but 42 games there last year. How much is second base feeling like home for you now?
Oh, definitely. You know, anytime you bounce around, it's kind of tough to settle in. Obviously, that's what, you know, I was called to do last year, and you know, like I said before, I do whatever it takes for the team, and you can put me wherever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, there's obviously a sense of comfort, you know, knowing you're going to play second base a majority of the time, so it's definitely nice.
So first of many at second base tonight for Romy at the Big A. He played 42 games last year at second base, and manager Chad Tracy says he's going to get a lot of opportunities there. But I was talking with him about the infield guys. It's amazing here in California how they do the landscaping. He says every ball off this turf has been true. He absolutely loves it. Looking forward to it tonight, Obi.
Lou Merlone was here as an Angel briefly. He might vouch for that.
Yeah, I was here to kind of forget, to be honest with you. I went 0 for 5 in 05, Obi. Didn't really play much in April, then blew out my ankle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I had a good time here when I was here for about 6 weeks.
And the hops were true.
A lot of great players, great infield. It is a beautiful infield.
Give you a look at the Red Sox lineup tonight. Is brought to you by Plymouth Rock. For the Sox, Nate Eaton will lead it off. He, of course, a 3-game suspension as well. Cedar Rafael, Wilyer Abreu, Wilson Contreras, right now 283. He has hit the Angels pretty darn well throughout his career.
Take a look at the Angels starting pitcher presented by WB Mason's 26-year-old Reed Detmer is having a fine season, throwing the ball well lately, and a lot of rumors around him at the end of the month that he could possibly be on the move. But Good quality lefty. He's got a good fastball at 94. It's fastball, slider a lot. The changeup, curveball, and a little bit of a sinker here and there. But the slider and the curveball are good pitches for him. Good swing and miss. Let's check out the Angels defense. Across the infield, Denzer Guzman, the youngster, will be at third base with Neto and Grissom up the middle. Shanuel will be at first base. The outfield left to right will be Lowe, Siri, and Adele, with Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate.
No Mike Trout. He is injured at the moment, a hamstring. The umpires tonight presented by M&T Bank. And Beck takes care of home plate. Jashinsky, Rehack, and Iasonia on the bases. Iasonia is the crew chief. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And the weather, well, it's classic Southern California. Just beautiful here tonight. Temperature 76, mostly clear. And we are set for game number 1. Partner, great to have you back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. Had a little week off. It's a nice homestand, 5-2. I know they didn't end the way people would have liked. You'd like to get one more of those, right? But you're winning ball games. It's always good to sweep the Yankees, isn't it?
Oh, it is the best feeling any of us have. You beat those guys in a sweep. Nate Eaton about to lead things off. Red Sox 20-21 on the road as they start this 9-game trip. 9 games in 11 days. And Detmer's the lefty, his first one. Swung on and missed, and we're underway.
Detmer's been throwing the ball real well lately. His last 7. Angels are 6-1. He's 2-0 with a 2.42. And always been tough on the Red Sox.
Yes, he has. 1.95 ERA lifetime against Boston. A lot of that we've seen over the years. A lot of swings and misses. Cedar Rafaela on deck.
5 career games against the Red Sox. So 5 starts, I should say. 2-1, 195.
And the 0-2 to Nate Eaton. He'll take a ball. He is facing a suspension as well, along with Wilson Contreras. Wilson's longer at 7. Nate's at 3. The appeals of those have not been heard yet. It's likely we'll get through the holiday weekend before they are. Swing and a miss for strike 3 on a slider. That's really Detmer's game.
Yeah, the slider's the big pitch. It's got that really slow curveball, but I mean, 53 of 112 strikeouts are on this pitch. I mean, it's pretty nasty. Guys hitting 177 off it, and you see the fastball to go with it.
Sends up Cedar at 282 with 7 homers. And we'll take the first one in there for a strike.
That curveball, 73. It averages 72.4. It's the slowest curveball in baseball. Guys aren't hitting that either. 192. His off speed, he can spin it.
And he can bring it. Liner into right field, down for a base hit on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Cedar's really fine first half continues. You knew it was going to be fine in the outfield, but he's up to like 285 after this.
Yeah, and he's continuing. I'd say the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot more swing. I don't think he's really felt comfortable, and a lot of times guys try to swing themselves out of it, and with him, he needs to swing less to find it. Got a good pitch. Just took what they gave him. A little line drive the other way.
Wilyer Abreu checking in at 266. There goes Cedar. Here's the throw down to second. It gets away, and he's got a stolen base. So the Red Sox putting up the flag like they mean to do a little running.
Well, good jump off the lefty, right? You're going to go first move. And they don't want able to hold on. I think Cedar might have got that hand in anyway.
Number 11. Set to score on a hit by Wilyer, who has been scuffling. Does have a 3-game hitting streak, but it doesn't feel like it. A lot of swing and miss as of late out of Abreu.
Yeah, a lot of that. You look, his last 8, what is it, 4 for 29. Strikeouts have racked up here last couple of weeks. Doing a really good job with that prior to that.
High fly ball into right center and hangs up for Siri. And he'll make the catch, and Cedar stays glued to the bag.
Siri's got an arm. It's an elite arm.
They just showed it off there. I'm not sure you saw it, but he airmailed that one all the way to third on the fly.
Yeah. He's energy out there in center field too.
He's energy and earrings. So 2 down, and here comes Wilson. Just handed, if you missed it, a 7-game suspension for the actions involving Kay Cavalli and the Nats this week.
Yeah, he's going to appeal it. Maybe get a game knocked off. I think the interesting thing was, can they stagger these suspensions? You don't want to lose 2 guys in the lineup.
Because you can't replace them when they've been suspended.
You see, if you get a game knocked off each one, I don't think you can have a 2-man bench. I don't think the Union steps in. I don't know what it may be, but maybe Eaton goes first, then Contreras, or vice versa.
Cavalli, by the way, also handed 7 games. Nate Eaton 3. Home run cut came up empty. Chad talking about that before the game. Maybe Monday the appeals will be heard. We'll see.
Yeah, the holiday weekend. It'll be the off day, then there'll be 6 left. So
yeah, it falls in that he misses, as you said, all 6 of those, and that's an appeal here on the pitch.
Call his ball, the catcher has challenged.
So Hoppy with the challenge, and it did miss.
Pitches the ball. Los Angeles has 1 challenge remaining.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Yeah, lost one here already from Hoppy. Either way, it's going to be a huge loss. I mean, this team is just sort of right there in the fringe. Like, they're trying to put a big run together. If it goes the other way, all of a sudden things change. The closer you get to the deadline, you want him in the lineup.
You know you're going to be missing your best hitter for a chunk. 283, 18 home runs. And has the count his way. 3 balls, 1 strike with Rafaela at second, just getting started on a sunny night here in California. And Detmers with a 3-1 pitch. And it's going to be ball 4. Chance to start something right away against the guy the Red Sox have scuffled against, first and second for Caleb Durbin. Tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel.
He's really been a different guy, hasn't he, the last month or so? That 0 for yesterday, snapped that 6-game hitting streak. Should say a couple days ago.
Batted .381 over that hitting streak.
But really, it feels like the last month there's been a bunch of 6-game hitting streaks, 7-game hitting streaks. Last 30 games, he's hit .321.
And with a lot of extra base hits too. Been driving the ball. 0-1 will not be made. A whirl, but no throw by Detmers.
That pretty good month of June. 6 bombs to go with it.
Red Sox at first and second. Hot shot, but foul. It's just a little quick to that one. They should have a really nice crowd here tonight at the Big A. There are a lot of Red Sox fans here. There are Red Sox jerseys everywhere. They have fireworks, 4th of July fireworks for 3 consecutive nights here.
You know what that means?
Quick exit, buddy. Fast as we can do it. And that'll miss. Of course, they've already lost a challenge here.
You got to be real careful now. Through the Angels. Lose 1 already in the first inning.
Romy Gonzalez on deck. Rafael at second. Contreras at first. Good take there by Caleb Durbin.
See this offense get back to those 5 games in a row where that winning streak was. Last couple nights really quiet. Be nice to kind of get on the board here early. You got the right guy at the plate for it.
2-2. Fouled in the air on a play to the left. What a difference it makes when you're scoring runs. I mean, it's so obvious, but you're getting 5 runs a game with the caliber of pitching the Red Sox were getting.
Yeah.
And they walk off the bases at first and second. Durbin swings and a fly ball into left field, not terribly deep, moving over low. He's there to make the catch. Bit of a threat, but 2 left in the first.
Should have got 1,000.
Back in Anaheim, the Angels line presented by Xfinity. Zach Neto will lead things off. And there's Vaughn Grissom in the lineup. Former Red Sox, briefly. He's at second base, hitting about .231 with 4 home runs. And taking on a left-hander Jake Bennett, 2-3 with 3.27 ERA. Just beat the Yankees 4-1 on Saturday, giving up 1 run and 6 1/3. Threw the ball very well.
He's been impressive here now the last 3. Toronto, Colorado, and New York, but that one there was something else against that lineup.
Neto going after the first one and pops it out of play.
Let's check out the starting pitcher of the Red Sox, presented by Toyota. 25-year-old lefty. You see that record, making it 7 starts. He's got a 3.27 ERA. Not walking a ton, which is nice. That whip down to 106. As for his arsenal, it's a 3-pitch mix. Sinker, 4-seam sinker, changeup. Changeup there is his money. It's been impressive. Sweeper, lefties, curveball to righties, cutter to righties. Really nice mix, but lives on those first 3.
0-2. This is an Angel team that's going to help him out too. They strike out a ton.
They swing a lot. A lot of high swing percentages. A lot of swing and miss in this lineup.
Little number, swing and bunt. Bennett handles that. Bunts him down, 1 away.
Yeah, like Neto, for example, I think in the month of June, he had 220, hit 8 home runs. They struck out 40 times in 95 at bats.
Ouch.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. All right, check out the defense presented by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin at third base with Monasterio and Gonzalez up the middle. Contreras at first. The outfield left to right is Duran, Rafaela, and Eaton. Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
Nolan Shonowell, the first baseman, .265 with 6 home runs. With 1 man away. And looks at a strike. The Angels are 36-52. They're in last place in the AL West. It is not a horrible offense. They're 7th in the American League in runs. Another one gently hit. Romy will take it. 2 fast outs.
Well, he averaged over 5 runs in the month of June. They started getting some guys back. Some guys that were hurt. Obviously, you know Mike Trout. That hurt you. Suzuki's got a little offense now. He's got some guys back healthy. Former teammate of mine right there.
Yeah.
Sacramento River Cat, my last year playing. Won the whole championship, not to brag.
A couple of Sacramento legends there.
Yep.
Lou and Kurt.
Good. I mean, he was a great kid, great catcher, had a great career. Happy for him. A little tough draw here, but learning a lot.
Denzer Guzman, the third baseman. They like this kid a lot. He's only 22 years old, from the Dominican Republic. He may have solved third base here. This kid.
Rendon didn't.
Apparently not. A bad contract. 1-1 foul back. Now this young man's reached safely in 17 consecutive games. So a lot of upside there. Soler on deck. Base is empty.
Watch your lips up here, Obi.
Yes.
Some ball coming in hot. That screen's a little low. I may have to stay on my toes.
We're all relying on you to do that.
That's foul balls,
including my dentist. It's a great booth position. It's probably the best in the American League in terms of being able to see everything. Wave and a miss. Down he goes. Strike 3. Good start for Bennett. Welcome to the Surfside inning back in Anaheim, California. No score after an inning. Reed Detmer's the lefty up against Romy Gonzalez, who is, as he told Jemai Webster, trying to work his way through very quickly the process of getting back to being a good hitter. He's had hardly any time to do it after the injury.
Tough league to come here and find it. Didn't spend much time in his rehab. I was surprised. I thought it'd be a little bit more. Was it 20 at bats, something in that range? You don't have spring training. Even in camp, you kind of want 35 to 40 to kind of feel good. I give him credit. He wants to come back. He wants to be part of it. He wants to play in this league. So there's a lot of credit to be given there. Just going to take a little bit of time. Got a couple hits. Misses at bat. He'd love to have him against lefties. Killed them last year.
Jarren Duran on deck. And Detmer's firing. And into center field, closing on it. Siri, he dives, he can't get it. That rolls behind him. It keeps on rolling to the track, up against the fence. Gonzalez heading into third, and into third he will stay as the throw finally comes in. That would have been fun, and he tried it. With his speed, it does go in the books as a triple. And the Red Sox start with a 3-base hit to open up the second inning.
Well, I mentioned against lefties, this is what you missed. You know, you got a lot of utility guys in there, but this guy, the role player, last year he turned himself into a starter. Because not only did he crush lefties, he actually hit righties really well. Last year, 331 against lefties with a 978 OPS. He can hit them. Siri takes a chance. Gets Romy into that leadoff triple.
So it sends up Jarren Duran, who can make it out and bring in this run. The infield's backed up. Just got to avoid strike 3, which has been his nemesis.
Tough stretch. Tough June. Really good May with 9 homers. June just really went silent, and you need his bat.
He's got to make contact. 102 strikeouts. That leads the ball club. Among the league leaders in that category for Jarren.
Month of June, 395 OPS. I mean, that's get that on base percentage at that area, but 395, and right here 0-2. This has been part of it, right? The swing and miss, the chase out of the zone, needs to put a ball in play, ground ball, get the guy in.
And that will do it. A drive into left field. Lowe will make the catch, tagging up Gonzalez. He will come on in to score, and the Red Sox are on the board. So Duran turns that into a very productive at bat. He picks up his 40th RBI, and the Red Sox have a 1-0 lead.
Well, it was good at bat. I mean, I know the couple curveballs he swung out, but 0-2, there's been a ton of swing and miss. He gets a heater up. He doesn't try to pull it. Right, just tries to get on top, make contact. Doesn't smoke this ball to left. But in that scenario, all you needed was contact to get that run in.
So 1 down for Monasterio, playing short tonight. 218 with 3 home runs. The Angels have won 6 of Detmer's last 7 starts, so he's a hot hand coming in. And Narvaez will follow. 1-0 Boston. Right up the middle, but that's exactly where Grissom was. 2 down.
We were in New York, what, about a month ago? I think they just came back from playing the Angels. I was talking to Aaron Boone, and he said something about Reed Detmers. He's like, he's figuring it out, and he's a problem. And I think that was kind of like that stretch where he's been throwing the ball real well now. Last 7 games, as I mentioned, he got 2.42 ERA his last 7 starts. Guy's hitting 150 off him.
Came in number 6 in the American League in strikeouts.
Pretty good June.
Narvaez looks at strike 1. In fact, he could become the 3rd Angels lefty to put up 120 strikeouts by the All-Star break. The other guys were Chuck Finley and Frank Tanana. Fouled away. Tanana for a while was the lefty version of Nolan Ryan, with his ability to touch 100 miles an hour. Back when they were the California Angels. Oh, 2 up the middle, base hit. Red Sox with a couple of good swings here early against Detmers, and Narvaez is aboard with 2 down.
Yeah, he needed that one too. 3 for his last 31. And there's been some hard contact. There's been some line drives here from Narvi, but it's hard when the hits. You know, you can only get patted on the back saying nice swing so many times before you're like, yeah, I just want to hit. Nice to get him going here in the first inning. Second.
Top of the order, Nate Eaton, who's 0 for 1. He whiffed in the first. Red Sox grab an early lead. You know, oftentimes you see a center fielder like Siri there. He lays out, tries to make a spectacular catch, and everybody goes, "Oh, what an effort!" It's not a smart play.
Leading off triple. You hope you can kind of, once you realize you're not going to catch it, maybe pick it, knock it down.
Pop foul back out of play. You really have to.
We've seen Cedon do it a few times, like almost that last step when he's about to dive, realizing he doesn't, just tries to smother it with a glove. And
right.
This is a dangerous play, especially leading off an inning.
Well, Red Sox able to get that run in, and that'll miss downstairs. Cedon on deck.
He played the inning out. It's a single. Pop fly to left, and you're kind of still rolling here for your Detmers.
Narvaez off the bag at first. 1-2. Got a wave and a miss for strike three, but the Red Sox on the scoreboard. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Last outing against the Yankees, 6 1/3 on 3 hits, 1 run and a solo shot, and this is how he got guys out. The changeup is fantastic. The sinker was a lot better than that outing that maybe we have seen, but the four-seamer still gets outs too on top of the zone. It was just an impressive outing from the young lefty.
Jorge Soler, the DH, leads it off and taps that one to short, ranging to his left. Monasterio gets him. So Jake has set down the first 4 tonight. Vaughn Grissom will be next.
And this is what he does. You know, ground ball rate of over 55%. That's 94th percentile. Doesn't give up a lot of hard contact. Gets a lot of chase. Not a lot of strikeouts. Although we did have that 9 strikeout outing in Colorado, kind of like an outlier. But it's just impressive. The demeanor, kind of like a Ranger Suarez out on the mound. You don't really see emotion.
Not too much in there for strike one on Grissom. Former Red Sox, acquired from Atlanta, the Chris Sale trade, you may recall. 2024, batted .190 in 31 games, and he never got back to Boston.
That's kind of a tough one. You look at him, you think of Sale.
Traded in December 25 to these Angels, and he'll foul that one away.
He came over, he was a real good kid. You know, it kind of felt like injuries. Remember in camp, he had something going on. You didn't really get to see much of him. Then he came up. Never clicked for him offensively, defensively. Look, he's trying to learn a new position. He's kind of settled in here a little bit at second.
0-2. Joe Adell on deck. Playing for an Angel franchise that has not gone to the playoffs since 2014. It's the longest drought in Major League Baseball currently. Haven't had a winning season since 2015.
It's hard to believe. You know, the early 2000s, those mid 2000s, they won that World Series. They're always competitive, right? 05, 4th, 07 had a nice team.
They did. Some really good players out here.
Oh man.
And that's going to miss, but a challenge.
Call his ball. The catcher has challenged.
So Narvaez asking for a challenge here. We'll take a look, and it will be a ball.
Pitch is a ball. Boston has 1 challenge remaining.
So both sides 1 remaining.
Got to be sure on that one, I think. We're going for the strikeout. So talk about the egregious ones, right? If you feel like it's egregious, call it, but nobody on. Now it's still 3-2 count.
And got him. Struck him out. 2 down. Angels doing it without Mike Trout, who's injured again. Hamstring. He's on the IL.
Next to some of those teams. That 05 team I was on there. GA first off, Garrett Anderson. You walk in this building, you think of him. What an outstanding human being. It's a big loss to the game. He passed away this year.
A classy dude.
Vlad Jr. was on that team. Benji Molina, Aaron Erstad, Adam Kennedy.
A lot of good players.
OC, Orlando Cabrera.
And you had Joe Madden.
He was our bench coach.
As the bench coach. What was that like?
You could tell right away he just thought differently. The way he talked about the game, he was great to be around.
Bet he was. Always enjoyed talking to him. He was the manager of Tampa Bay. Friendly, upbeat, full of information.
He drive right down the concourse to the clubhouse in his bike, dressed in all bright yellow with a helmet.
Right.
First glance, you're like, what are we doing here? Well, it's just who he was.
Lover of fine wine as well. Line drive, that'll be caught by the leaping Contreras, and that's another 1-2-3 inning for Jake Bennett.
On the next dining playbook, Billy and Jenny, they're going to head up to Gloucester. They're going to check out the Inn at Good Harbor Beach. Tune in tomorrow morning at 9, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360. Presented by New England Chevy Dealer.
I thought you were going to do that voice the entire way through.
Harbor Inn.
The fisherman from Gloucester. Wrapped to short, and Neto will dig that out. San Rafael now 1 for 2 at a base hit in the first inning. And you were talking about this in the open. It was at this time last year where the Red Sox started to win chunks of games. So on July 3rd last year, the Red Sox were 43-45, and the next day started a 10-game winning streak right into the All-Star break.
Yeah.
That put them 8 over heading into the second half. And remember, they came out of the break facing the Cubs, the Phillies, and the Dodgers. The conversation we had at that time was all they need to do is keep their head above water. Just don't pull like a 3-6 or something. Line down the right field line. That's going to touchdown fair. Abreu into second base, and he will be there with a stand-up double. Red Sox with his second extra base hit against Detmers, and Wilyer Abreu on at second.
I remember the time it started with Washington and went to Colorado. He sits on this slope curve. Look at that, 73. Goes down and gets it. Nice job by Wilyer to stay on it. You know, people are like, oh, it's Colorado, it's Washington. As you find out, like it's still the big leagues and it's tough to sweep a team. But then you swept Tampa going in. They were a good team. It really was like the one stretch you had. You played okay the second half. But it's always a big stretch going into break.
Wilson will take ball 1, man at second, and 1 down. The Sox went 4-5 against that run of really tough teams.
Yeah.
And that was enough. And then won 7 in a row. So it was really that piece of the season that the Red Sox played their way into postseason play. Who knows what's going to happen right now, and losing Wilson Contreras, which is about to happen for a stretch, is a huge blow to an offense that scraps for everything it can get. But who knows?
Well, what you're asking for is some of the guys just have a hot week going in. You know, whether it's Wilyer Abreu, we've seen him carry a team for a week. Caleb Durbin to keep swinging. Maybe Jarren Duran. He's still the key to me. Like it was. Say what you want, but what it's a down year for him. There's no question about it. Got to turn it around. I mean, he's the upside guy in your lineup. Got to get something from him.
Duran with an RBI tonight and a sac fly. Red Sox had 1-0, looking for more right here in the third inning against Detmers. Durbin on deck. And the lefty with a 3-1. Crack bat, little pop up into right. Adele coming in and won't get there. Dunks down for a hit. Abreu had to wait. He's into third. The throw nearly got by Guzman at third base. Contreras, little dunk shot into right, and Red Sox in business, first and third.
Wilyer got caught maybe a little bit too close to second on that one, right? Because you're not going to tag if he catches it, so there's no reason to be a foot or two off the base if he catches it where you're not going anywhere. So you see, he actually goes back, and if he catches it, you're not tagging, so why not get 6 or 7 steps off? You can get back in time if he does, and kind of create a close play at third, but the throw was off.
So sends up Durbin 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Infield creeping in.
Like he's close, like he's going to tag. This thing isn't. He's not tagging on that. The throw was offline a little bit.
Red Sox trying to grab another run here against Detmers, and it's inside.
Interesting. They got that infield kind of what we call 3 depth. So if it's a chopper, maybe you charge it because you can't turn 2 on it. Go home, but if it's hit hard, try to turn 2 and get out of the inning.
2-0 pitch. That's ball 3. So one more like that, they're going to be loaded up. with Romy Gonzalez, who's been a lefty killer in his career. There's a triple tonight on deck. And Detmer's home with a 3-0. That is ball 4. Remember, they only have one challenge left. Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, is going to take the slow walk out there. They are all loaded up now for the Red Sox. Back to Romy's triple in the second.
You mentioned the effort from Siri, but leading off an inning, maybe take a step back and give up the single. Instead, you give up that leadoff triple that scores on a sac fly. He'll take it.
So Romy has scored the only run so far tonight, trying to create a big inning for the Sox in the third. Sox are 27-31 since Alex Cora and a chunk of the staff were dismissed and interim manager Chad Tracy took over. Chad's going to celebrate his 41st birthday tomorrow. He's a July 4th baby.
Oh. What that birthday party's like? Doing the third? Or?
A lot of fireworks, man.
Oh, man.
First one through there for strike 1.
You know, what age did he figure out the fireworks weren't for him? Well, I have fireworks every year for my birthday. This is awesome.
What do you mean? Everybody gets them? Like all over the country? One ball and one strike. A man at every base. Abreu at third. Contreras at second. Durbin at first. Red Sox traditionally have had a difficult time with this guy, but got him on the ropes here. Ground ball through for a base hit. Abreu scores. Contreras rounding. He will score. Romy Gonzalez 2 for 2, and the Red Sox have a 3-0 lead. Found the hole through the right side of the infield for a 2-run single.
Hey, you missed him. That's a big one. Right, bases loaded, 1 out. You mentioned you kind of getting on this guy that's been throwing the ball real well and zoned you. This ground ball is to an infielder. It's a double play, and that's it. But instead, it's shifted over up the middle as Grissom. He just stays on this heater, doesn't try to do too much with it, hits the hole, and gets rewarded with a couple RBIs. Big game already here from Romy.
Brings up Duran first and third. He shows bunt.
I love it. This is what you got to do. This is who you are. It's left on left. It's not a fun at bat. He's hitting 7th down there against him. You get speed on third base. Even though you showed it and you're waiting for it, put it down again. Down third. You're going to run in. Or bring it with you.
Again turning to bunt. Gets it down. Detmers has the field. He took a look. He'll go to first. It's off the glove. A run is in. All the way down to third. Gonzalez. He takes the turn into second. Duran. Red Sox forcing the issue. They lead it 4-0.
You get rewarded for playing it right. How do you not love that? No, that's a tough play to defend. And this wasn't a great bunt. Detmers was kind of at him. But you got speed on third. He ain't going home. So now he panics. Goes a little bit too hard. A little safety squeeze, trying to score a run. Gets one in and gets second and third.
This could turn into a giant inning for the Sox. Already 3 runs in. Infield in. First pitch in there for a strike on Monasterio. So that's a sacrifice, an error on the first baseman. Shotwell, who couldn't grip the throw. And Duran does get an RBI. A base hit could mean 2 more here. With the Sox in front 4-0. Monasterio 0 for 1. He is grounded out to second. Fouled away. That one drilled O'Hoppe, the catcher. Hit him hard. He just crumbled at home plate. Trainer and Suzuki, the manager, going to come out and check on him.
That got him good. Get back to like who you are. You're about to lose Contreras for a period of time, and you got you look at your lineup. Eaton, right? Cedon. Abreu's a threat. Durbin's been swinging it. Romy, you got to get him back. You got Monasterio, Narvaez, whether it's Siegler, whether it's Chang, whether it's Wong. That's how you got to play. You know, put the bunt down, go up 1-0, turn it into 2-0, steal it back, go up 3-0. Just the reality of it. Maybe down the stretch here in this final week, you have to play some small ball and rely on your strength, which is your rotation.
And you may have to take some chances offensively.
Well, mix in a hit and run, bring it back.
Yeah. It's been dead for a while. Will Hoppy really struggling here. And after the foul ball by Monasterio, gonna put the mask back on.
He's gonna square off that face. Rattled him a lot, knocking him back.
It's coming out.
Wow.
He's not going to be able to continue. Does not appear. Yeah, going right down the tunnel. So he tried to hang in there. Catchers always do. A different breed they are. But you could tell he was dizzy.
And Suzuki, being a former catcher, he knows that feeling and knows when it's time to bring you out and try to play through it, but now's not the time. Protect your player. See him just fall back. And got him good.
First thing you start thinking about is concussion protocol.
Sure.
You see that. Catchers at this level, any level, but major league level, where guys throw so hard, they take such a beating. So a delay here as Logan O'Hoppe, the lead catcher for the Angels, had to depart after taking a foul ball off the mask. And the Angels got to get somebody else geared up and behind home plate. So that will take a little while. Meanwhile, the Red Sox rallying. Wilyer Bray with a double. Wilson Contreras a base hit. Durbin walked to load him up before Romy Gonzalez struck for his second hit of the game, a 2-run single. Jaron Duran dropping down a bunt. Gets another run in. An error on the play puts runners at second and third. And the Red Sox in business offensively.
Tyler Heineman, you'd think, getting his gear on here now. He'll take that spot.
And he would hit in O'Hoppe's spot in the lineup, which is 9th. O'Hoppe never got a chance to swing tonight. So Tyler Heineman will be their new catcher. And the Red Sox have presented Jake Bennett with a 4-0 lead early in this contest in Anaheim. And hungry for more.
Yeah, it's a big one here too. Second and third, infield's in. Gonna drop something out there. 6-0 is the big separator. It's early in the game.
Yeah, big for a lot of reasons. We mentioned the Contreras suspension, of course, but you also have Sonny Gray going tomorrow night. If you can bounce off a win here, you got the guy who's been the ace of your staff tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's been fantastic up at that game against the Yankees. I was down in Georgia watching on TV. We realized he didn't have a hit.
Yeah. He did fairly early and admitted to it. He said, yeah, I knew I didn't have it. I wasn't really thinking no hitter, but I knew I hadn't allowed a hit like after like the 5th inning. Sonny going in 9-1 with a 2.69 ERA tomorrow. So Heineman back behind the plate. Infield leaning in for the Angels. 1 out with runners at second and third. And it's been 4.5 minutes since the last pitch.
Well, Hoppy last year did have a 7-day IL stint for concussion. I don't know. There's been a few of them. There's been one since, but it was last year.
And would not be shocked if he has to do another one after that. He was knocked off his pins. Popped up behind first, foul ground, long run, Shotwell, and lunges to make a fine play. Gonzalez thought about it. He'll go back to third. Long running play by the first baseman. And 2 down.
He goes a long way. This has been interesting too, right? Romy's got some speed. You got a first baseman, big fella. All the momentum is going down the line. He's got to try to stop it and make an accurate throw. just getting rid of it quick. Kind of made that decision. It's tough to see it's offline if you're running from third.
Narvaez with the infield backed up to normal depth will chop that one foul. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Red Sox already have 6 hits off Detmers. One more here could bring in 2 more runs. As he checks, and it'll miss. One ball, 1 strike. Red Sox tonight launching their longest road trip of 2026. Right into the All-Star break. The lefty with a 1-1. He's throwing a lot of pitches in this inning.
61 here already. He's not even out of the third.
Throwing 25 in this inning, and Heineman puts his hands up. Wilyer Abreu started it with a double. Red Sox have scored 3 times so far in the inning. Did he hold up? He did not. That's a swing and a miss. 2-2.
Slider really tied him up. Took a shot. He's a little off balance as well. Thinking heater in or half.
Need Eaton on deck. Detmers home with a pitch. And a high fly ball to right. Adele in on it. That retires the side. Good frame for the Sox. They get 3 more. They lead it 4-0.
Red Sox on top 4-0 now after a couple runs that last half inning. I had a lengthy conversation, guys, with Contreras inside the Red Sox clubhouse. He appealed his decision right away to the suspension. Didn't want to talk about it until after the appeal has been heard and the decision is made. But as you guys mentioned, the holiday weekend will likely allow him to impact a few more games on this trip before the punishment is eventually handed out. But Contreras did tell us he wouldn't be shaken with his focus by this. Said he was looking forward to playing with his guys. He did mention to me that he's gone through this process before. A couple other instances he said were a success in his favor. So the hope is, according to Sox manager Chad Tracy, that it is a reduced sentence. But it is a very interesting process, though, guys. Wilson said a lawyer representing the Players Association will argue his side, but I found out that they actually won't have a conversation between him and that representative ahead of the hearing. He'll examine all available evidence and present it. But similar to Trace, he said the day after this incident, the instigator was Cade Cavalli, and he was given the same amount of games as Contreras, and that's not something that they feel should be equal going into this.
Well, a lot of us are very happy to see Cavalli get 7.
It's always the case, right? Once you get a couple extra days off, he throws on 8 days rest. Meanwhile, you're a position player, you're an everyday guy. You miss 7, he gets extra rest as a pitcher. I think it's different if you're a reliever and you're unavailable. When you're a starter, I don't like it.
Wrap toward third, up with it Durbin. He'll gun on to get him. And for me, one of the things that's different about it is obviously Wilson fired a helmet.
That's it.
That's automatic. That's a physical part of that confrontation. In Cavalli's case, it's what he said that mattered. And clearly it mattered to Major League Baseball more than anybody thought. I don't think Cavalli felt he was going to get a single game.
No. Miguelas gets 5. Gets an extra day's rest. This man's got to miss 3 games.
Yep. Siri grounded out. Here's Lowe. Josh Lowe, left fielder, 212 with 6 home runs.
I just feel like 7's excessive. Like if a pitcher's going to get an extra day or get bumped an extra day, then you get 3. 3's enough. I get the point.
Somehow I think Wilson can count on a reduction. I don't know how many games. Maybe it's only 1. But it feels like it's headed that way. In the old days, you had to wait until your club got to New York for the appeal, and you'd actually go into the office, Major League Baseball office there in New York City, and appeal it. You don't have to do that anymore. It's a much quicker process, but looks like it won't be until Monday, maybe Tuesday. Little fly ball gently, a leaping play by Durbin. An outstanding catch by the Red Sox third baseman. as he rose up into the air and snatched that one. Looked for sure that ball was going to fall in. Lowe is retired and 2 gone.
Yeah, I was actually wondering if Monasterio was going to be able to catch up to this little soft liner. And then Durbin with the leap. Really nice play.
It was baseball ballet with those two.
Monasterio might have had a chance too, but nice job by Durbin getting up and timing it.
2 down. And now Heineman, the substitute catcher, came on for Ohapi, who was shaken up on a foul.
You know, the concern too for me, Wilson, if he happens to, I don't know, let's say he misses the last 2 series of this road trip, then you go into the All-Star break. Now you're talking about 10 days off of playing baseball and hitting. The break is hard enough.
Yeah.
Like 4 days off always, whenever that first game comes back, you just kind of feel off a little bit in the box. Your timing, we know timing's important for him, and to have 6 games off going into that, coming out Friday.
Now my money is on him getting some swings in the All-Star game.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Deserving.
Been the Red Sox best hitter all year. So maybe that'll help. The 2-1 chop foul off third.
So what if it's not reduced? He's suspended for the first game back out of the All-Star break. Still eligible for the All-Star game, or can we count that one? A suspended player in the league is going to play in the All-Star game.
Yeah, I don't actually know the answer to that. I assume because it's an exhibition, he's okay. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and another 1-2-3 for Bennett. Rodenheiser Home Services, now serving the South Shore and surrounding communities. Local and family owned since 1928. Schedule now. Red Sox coming up to bat here in the 4th inning with a 4-0 lead in Anaheim. Nate Eaton to lead things off against Reed Detmers. Red Sox have already pounded out 6 hits against the lefty. Eaton's looking for his first. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Top of the order, then Rafaela, then Abreu. Red Sox have had traffic in every inning against him. And inside a ball. Detmers had allowed only 23 hits in the last 44 2/3 innings.
6 here and 3.
Two got him to hold up. No swing. 2-2 on Nate. Detmers has actually been very tough on righties and lefties. Both righties and lefties hitting under 210 against him. Only Mizorowski and Yamamoto can say that among other starting pitchers in all of baseball.
That's impressive. 206 righties, 207 lefties.
Red Sox some good swings so far. 2-2. And popped out of play down the right field line.
He's like this place here recently too. His last 3 home games, 1.33 ERA. He's really been impressive lately, but you got 4 on him and 6 hits.
Detmers out of the University of Louisville. While he was there, he pitched for Brewster on the Cape. Lou Merloni, the Brewster
Whitecaps.
Correct.
Are they still that? They've changed all the names, so since the days I've gone in there.
Line foul.
Used to be like the Chatham A's.
Yep.
Now I think it's the Anglers. The Whitecaps.
He was an All-American at Louisville. Cedar Rafael on deck. Red Sox up 4-zip. And pumped in there for strike 3. Been a long night, at least for the leadoff man, 80. He strikes out for the 3rd time. 1 away.
This guy too. It's kind of like your lefty guy, right? To get in there too against lefties, but Tonight, giving Abreu a day off. Long stretch here, long road trip. A lot of traveling lately, get Abreu off his feet. Takes a heater there, just kind of looking for something else.
Here's Cedon swinging at the first pitch, a pop-up. Shawniwell coming over near the Red Sox dugout to make the play. 2 down.
Join Red Sox Nation, the official fan club of the Boston Red Sox, and make 2026 your best season yet. You can get exclusive perks like early entry and Green Monster access at Fenway. You can sign up at redsox.com/Red Sox Nation.
So nobody aboard for Willier, who doubled to begin the rally in the 3rd inning. Red Sox would score 3 times and take control early of this game, and he will take ball 1. The exact same start time for all 3 games here on the West Coast. Mentioned Sonny Gray going tomorrow night. Ranger Suarez on Sunday night, which is also a 9:30 East Coast start. Red Sox will then have to take an overnight flight basically to Chicago. They'll have the next day off, but Sox have been doing that a lot lately.
We're probably getting here around 6 a.m. won't we? Chicago?
Yeah, that's the plan. And 1 checked. The appeal, no swing.
I think Willier like to see a string of lefties. Still over 360 now against lefties this year. Shortens it up, keeps it short and sweet. Put it all together when he does the same thing against righties. Gets a little long against righties.
2-1. Contreras next, but 2 on the inning. Red Sox had 37 and 48. The Angels 36 and 52. Detmer's a 2-2 home. Missed with that. So the payoff pitch from Detmer's fouled away. Red Sox tonight playing game number 86.
That split the other way around, right? Survive against lefties, do damage against righties.
3-2 again. Abreu with a lengthy at bat. 3-2 once more. And he wins it as he takes ball 4. 3rd walk issued by Detmers. This one comes with 2 down.
That's a good at bat. Fouled off a couple tough fastballs. Laid off that little slide in the dirt. I've seen the ball real well. He would have stayed back in that slow curveball for that double his last at bat. Give Wilson a shot here with 2 outs.
Now Wilson last 41 games batting .322 with an OPS over 1,000. Slow curveball knocked in front of the plate. There goes Abreu, who's the throw down, not going to get him. So a wild pitch, and the Red Sox have a man at second.
Nice job getting in scoring position. If you're not stealing, you're looking for a ball in the dirt. Right, you see that ball pop out. The minute you see that thing angling down that dirt, especially with 2 outs, you take a shot. He sees it creep away from him, gives it getting scoring position.
In for a strike. Contreras trying to pick up his 54th RBI. It's a high fly ball, but to short left field. Low underneath, and he's got it to retire the side. 1 left. Bottom 4 in Southern California, and Zach Neto to lead things off for the Angels. Red Sox ahead 4-0. And Bennett has not allowed anyone to reach first base yet.
It's the first time in his career. Faced a minimum through 3, but it's been impressive. Another first pitch strike there. Now 9 of 10 hitters he has faced. He's throwing strike 1. And that's where he really was impressive against the Yankees. Same category. He was 19 for 23. First pitch strikes against the Yankees, 83%. You talk about count leverage, getting ahead 0-1, being 1-2 more often, let your stuff play.
Sonny Gray did the same thing against them. The 1-1 outside. Neto 0 for 1. He's grounded back to the mound. He's a guy who strikes out a lot, 122 times, #1 in the American League. Coming into play tonight, 2-2. The Angels have struck out more than any major league club except for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Those 18 home runs still, Bo. Just get him with 2 strikes. Like we can put him away. Free swinger.
Shotwell on deck. And Bennett looking to ring him up with a 2-2. Left it high.
Got a good fastball here tonight. It's averaging 94.1. It's up from the year average 92.9. And with that elite extension, that thing really plays up. You see it by the reaction of the hitter.
High fly, pretty well hit to right. Eaton's backing up to get under with room and will make the catch. So that's 10 straight retired by Bennett. Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game following post-game coverage on Sox at 2. Only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360, presented by Bigelow Tea. Nolan Shotwell 0 for 1 with a grounder to second. Cracks that one to first, handled by Contreras. And 2 down. And the youngster Guzman will be next. He struck out in his only at bat. The Angels just dismissed their general manager, Barry Manassian, who seemed to make it even messier here in a futile run as the general manager. They are on their way, these Angels, to a 3rd consecutive 90-loss season. This is a franchise that has had Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani in the same lineup and unable to make it to postseason play. 2 of the best players of their generation. Arnie Moreno, the owner, takes a lot of grief here in Southern California. It's tough when the Dodgers are right next door. Although the Angels have not made it any easier on themselves. We're talking about they haven't had a winning year since 2015. They've had 7 different managers since then.
Shohei was an issue as well. Of course, he goes across the street.
Right. Swinging a fly ball left, shallow. Duran on it and makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 they go for the 4th straight inning to start tonight against Bennett. Inning 5 is powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox ahead 4-0 to the 5th inning. Nice crowd here in Anaheim. Though the Red Sox have enjoyed it a lot more than the Angels fans have. A lot of Red Sox fans here we mentioned, because when the Red Sox got those 3 runs in the 3rd inning, you could hear the "Let's Go Sox" chants all over the ballpark.
A lot of jerseys. Oh, you come on the West Coast, you don't get to see many games, so they got to come in and watch the game.
In for a strike on Durbin. Caleb 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. He was part of that uprising in the 3rd. 1-1. Now granted, there are a lot of Poppy jerseys, Mandy jerseys, Jacoby Ellsbury shirts, a lot of Dustin Pedroia, Kevin Youkilis. Mike Lowell. I see a lot of these, you know, from the championship teams. Mookie Betts in a Red Sox shirt.
Saw him playing last night.
You did.
I got problems.
You actually went, get this, 3-1 sock down the line, hook deep into the corner, and that ball is gone. Home run, Caleb Durbin, right down the line. His 8th of the year. 5-0 Boston. That was a hooking laser beam.
You turn it around or what? Just a different guy. The month of April is ground ball to third, ground ball to short, and the commitment to stay inside the ball, get it in the air, especially against sinkers right from righties. Just stay up the middle of the field, but then lefty's going to take a shot and just kind of hooks this thing down the line. He's got 8 home runs.
It feels like they've all come in the last 5 minutes.
I think they have.
Maddox out, the pitching coach, as the Red Sox extend the lead to 5-0 on a Durbin blast.
93. Again, getting through it, staying through it. You know, not cutting your swing off, not rolling over to third base, getting the ball in the air. It doesn't have to be down the line. It's to right center, down the right field line, left center, right? You get the ball in the air anywhere. And that's a beautiful one here in this stadium.
That Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. First of the series for the Red Sox, up 5-0. Bringing up Romy Gonzalez, who is halfway to a cycle. As he swings and misses, has the triple and also has a 2-run single. And Fermin, right-hand reliever, up in their bullpen. 5 runs, 7 hits for Boston. So we have a day off yesterday. And guess what my partner Lou decides he's going to do in the evening with his time? He is going to go to a baseball game at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
For something to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My old teammate, one of my best friends, lives up here. We play golf in the morning. He said he's got tickets to it. His seats are like 12 rows behind the dish.
He's like, 2 off the plate.
I know you watch a lot of baseball, but you want to go. When was the last time you have gone to a game and sat in a seat like that, maybe had an adult beverage or two, and just watched a baseball game? I haven't done it in a long time. It was actually a ton of fun.
I've done the adult beverage thing, but not at a ball game.
It's great.
In a while, and this one's trickled up the third base line. It's going to go foul. When you told me what you had done, I was actually quite jealous, but also a little concerned for you, because in fact, you're going to baseball game. You do baseball your entire life now. Every single night you're doing games. We're going to see your son play and then coming to a game.
Yeah.
So that's where there's a little concern there, but a little envious that you got a chance to do that, because it's been so long since I've done anything.
Well, the way I looked at it was just really kind of prep work. I mean, we were going down there end of the month, play the Dodgers, and I was just doing some scouting.
A little advanced scouting.
Yeah, a little advanced scouting, and pass the reports on.
2-2, waved in and missed by Romy, and he strikes out, 1 away.
Fortunately, I didn't see too many holes in that lineup.
For the Dodgers.
They were down 6-0 after 2. Sasaki got whacked around. And it was 8-6 Dodgers after the 4th. It just kept coming.
They're an absolute machine.
That lineup was like.
And now Mookie swinging it.
Oh, is he? So isn't Turner.
Here's Jarren Duran. Jarren's had a good night at the plate without a hit.
Tucker, I should say. It's a show.
That is some lineup they have. Where does Teoscar Hernandez bat in that lineup?
He hit 7th, rushing 8th, Edmund 9th. I'm like,
he's got a good lineup if that's the case. Foul ball at home plate by Jarren. And slow to rise.
I like the first 2 at bats from Jarren, kind of, you know, lefty making contact for the sac fly, and then seeing an opportunity to get that bunt. He gets that instep of that foot, that ankle. Just 2 good at bats. I'm gonna turn the page. I always talk about that. The calendar turn. June was a nightmare. You know, May was nice. And now you start in July, right? So now you got an opportunity to, like, okay, turn the page, start a new month, put a good month together.
Tried to hold up. He did. Nobody on base and one man out. A run in on the Durbin homer as the Sox are on top 5-0. And to this point, a very nice way to begin this road trip. A ways to go tonight, but to get 5 fast like this against a tough lefty. And down he goes, strike 3. 2 away. Monasterio will swing next.
You know, wasn't the strangest thing that happened last night? We walked in, it was a giveaway night.
Yeah.
They gave away Pokemon cards.
They gave you the card?
Yeah, I walked in, the guy handed me one. Here you go, it's a giveaway. This Pokemon card. 30 seconds. 30 seconds after I get handed to it for free, someone asked me if I want to sell it. I was like, how much? He's like, 120. I'm like, I'll take it. So me and my buddy just walk out of there with 120. We think we made out. After the game, people were trying to sell them. They were willing to pay like $800.
No kidding.
Cards.
Wait a minute. For the same card, you gave up 120 bucks?
I thought I made out, and then I realized at the end of the game that I'm not smart. But I mean, it was handed to me for free, Obi. What am I going to do? I'm like, sure.
800 bucks on the other side. Wow.
These things apparently, like, once a year they give them out. They sell for like $2-3 grand. And I found that out, of course, later.
But the good news is you went to a ball game with a buddy, had a great time at Dodger Stadium, and you made 120 bucks.
I made some cash. I was the winner.
Yeah, you were.
And I still look at it that way.
Sure.
I'm not greedy. But it was a strange experience. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't get it.
That remains a great, great ballpark, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was a nice night.
Beautiful over there. Angels always seem to be chasing the Dodgers here in Southern California. So is everybody else. And now mound visit. Heineman will head out.
It was nice to see the, guys swing the bat, put up some runs. So then you come out here today and you see the Sox putting up 5 now here on a guy that's been throwing the ball really, really well. And it's an important road trip. Now it's a 9-game road trip. Yeah, you went 5-2 at home. But given the hole you put yourself in, it's got to continue. We always keep talking about the next week. The next 2 weeks are very important. Well, you've had one good week. It's now time to have a good 9 games.
2-2 and a high fly. That's well hit. Series back. He's back to make the catch on the warning track to retire the side. But Durbin got his, and the Red Sox lead it 5-0.
Back here in Anaheim, Red Sox pushing their lead to 5-0 after the solo shot from Caleb Durbin. Really a nice start to this longest road trip of the year, guys, with this stop, then journeying back east to Chicago, the south side over there, then Queens, and a day with the Mets. And I was talking with Romy Gonzalez earlier today, and he's not oblivious to the fact, he says, with where we are in the standings and what can happen if we don't string together some good weeks and have a close to this road trip that is very strong and we can be proud about. He said they were able to do it last year. If you guys recall, they won 10 straight games heading into the Midsummer Classic. Romy says they're trying to replicate that, finish this first half strongly, and he's doing his part so far, pushing his modest hit streak to 3 games and playing the field for the first time since he returned.
This one's socked by Soler deep to left field, sending Durant back, turns to make the play. One of their very best swings tonight, and Soler is retired. They still don't have anybody who's reached first base this evening against Bennett.
He's been sharp. Really good fastball. I mentioned. Still sitting in 94s. Soler's a good hitter. He cuts a pop. Thought he might have got this one, but maybe just missed it. Durant does a nice job going back, making this play. 390 out there.
Well, Grissom, he'll drive that one into right center field, down for a base hit. That's their first hit tonight. Comes with 1 down in the 5th inning. Comes off the bat of Vaughn Grissom, who's 1 for 2.
That's the stroke we saw from Vaughn. I'd seen him in spring training a little bit. Just thought, this guy's a guy that can really kind of stay on a ball and get his hits to right field, right center. The question was, is there going to be pop to follow? What's he going to be defensively?
So finally a base runner for the Halos, and here's Joe Adell, who's 0 for 1.
Getting back to Romy. Last year, he's got 96 games, hit .305 with 9 homers, 53 RBIs, OPS 826. I'm talking to him when he just started taking BP on the field and he's getting closer. It was killing him watching teams struggle offensively.
Mile high pop up by Adele to center field, backing up Rafaela, but he has room to make the catch. 2 down. Adele 0 for 2.
You knew it wasn't going to take him long. He's just chomping at the bit. I mean, his first rehab game, he didn't play all year. He played 7 innings in the field. He wanted that thing over quick, and you're just worried that he wasn't going to come back ready. And off to a nice start here today. I just respect the guy, even if he comes back early. Do anything he can to help the team, right? It's just presence in the lineup will help.
2 hits tonight, triple and a single. Jose Sirius, center fielder, goes after the first one. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. No runs, 1 hit and 1 error for the Angels. And Grissom, the base runner. The changeup at 82.
Yeah, really good pitch. Always that kind of just uses those 3: the 4-seam, sinker, changeup, mixes in the others, but that changeup is the elite pitch.
Trying to put away Siri, the number 7 hitter. Again, Sonny Gray tomorrow night. Win tomorrow for Sonny, and he would be 10-1. I don't know how you ignore him for the All-Star game. Vinicius Suarez going on Sunday. At short, Monasterio goes to second to the force to retire the side. This date, 2017, July 3rd, Red Sox were in Texas. Look at this play by Dustin Pedroia. As it clangs off the brick, dives, throws back to the bag. Moreland applies the tag. It's still ridiculous to watch this play.
Yeah, and the fact he got rid of it barehanded, threw it so quick. Most guys would go to the ground and then wind up and maybe throw it. No, bare hand from a knee, quick release just to get it to him. And nice job by Moreland. Watch right here. Just when he goes down, just catch the throw. Get rid of it quick. He's a special player.
Moreland with the presence of mind to fade back to the bag. Knowing Pedroia could do something like that, kind of a superhuman play. I don't think I've ever seen a better play by a second baseman.
Call his ball, the catcher has challenged.
And a catcher challenge here by Heineman. Red Sox ahead 5-0. Jose Fermin coming out of their bullpen. Take a look.
Pitch was a strike. Los Angeles has 1 challenge.
Fermin, heavy slider guy, almost 60% of the time. Fastball still 96. I'm sure change up the lefties.
So the Red Sox knock out the starter, Detmers, who's been trouble against them in the past, but they get him tonight for 5 runs on 7 hits.
Nice night offensively coming out of the gate in this road trip. But no rule against getting more.
Narby tonight 1 for 2 with a base hit. And then Eaton and then Cedon Rafaela.
I mean, Pedroia truly is the kind of player that I think everybody would want their kid to play like. A manager would want their team to play like. A superstar that plays like he's not. Just plays the game hard, plays the game right.
Right. His whole career swung and a miss for strike 3. I visited Cooperstown many times. Can't help but think it was built for the Dustin Pedroias of the world who play Major League Baseball.
They always look at that like 10 years. Like, was he short 2 years? It's like, in your era, were you one of the greats? MVP, the Gold Glove, World Series champ,
Rookie of the Year. He did everything you could do. He's got every piece of hardware you'd want. As you say, along with the world championships. Sometimes that's missing on guys' resumes who've done great things individually. They never got a World Series ring. Petey took care of that right away. Swing and a miss for a strike here on Eaton, who has struck out 3 times. It's just one man's opinion. That's what a Hall of Fame looks like to me, a Hall of Famer, and that's Dustin Pedroia. The 1-1 down into the dirt. I just wish he were a little livelier, like in the clubhouse. Made people laugh once in a while.
If you had more confidence, you probably would have been a better player.
Unbelievable. The 2-1.
You know what I like? I forget what year it was. He torn that ligament in his thumb. He came back in September. The team wasn't playing well, but he still came back. Played the last couple weeks of the season. Just wanted to show everybody this is what you do. You could have taken the whole rest of the year off if you wanted.
Yep.
I played baseball. It's 2 weeks left. We're out of the playoffs. I don't care. It's what I do for a living. Just set an example.
That's what a role model is. Off the end of the bat, Eaton just trying to make contact here. After striking out in the first, second, and the fourth, but the Red Sox have had plenty of offense behind him to this point. They've scored 5 times, including a home run by Caleb Durbin. And Fermin with a 2-2. And popped up and a play. Shonowell coming in at first and makes the catch. 2 down. Red Sox have not been retired in order tonight. First 2 men gone here in the 6th. CVS proud to be part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. Learn more at CVS.com. Stay down 1 for 3, a base hit in the first inning, and then stole a base. Win tonight, and the Sox are back to 500 on the road this year. They would go to 21-21. Chase that one up high.
We're talking about the last couple weeks. Go back to that Seattle road trip. Since then, 60% swing rate. It was 52 in the year. That's up a little bit. Chase rate 39, jumped up to 48. This is just last road trip, last homestand. Just swing a little bit more than he had been early in the year.
2-1. Ranger Suarez to go on Sunday after Sonny Gray goes tomorrow night. And the Red Sox take on an interesting White Sox team in Chicago. Man, it's been one of the great success stories in the major leagues this year. After losing well over 100 games a year ago, and they are tied for first with Cleveland.
Fun team. Excited to get a first look at them.
They're very good at home in Chicago. With a 28-14, and the Red Sox head for New York to play the Mets, where everything has gone you know where. They are 36-51. They've fired their manager. Line into right, down for a base hit toward the alley, picked off by Adele, and another single for Cedon, who is 2 for 4 tonight.
Wasn't his fault. Oh, look at that roster. You know how much money they're spending? I wonder where it is other than Soto.
Do. In fact, we're out here in Southern California with the Angels. I'm thinking, reminds me of when they had Ohtani and Trout and nothing happened.
Yeah.
The Mets roster, start with Soto and Lindor and all those guys, but that's where the money is. Beyond that, you look at that everyday lineup and you're like, meh.
Rotation.
2 down, 1 on, and a big foul back by Abreu, who is 1 for 2 with a double. So the Red Sox now with 8 hits. They have out hit the Halos 8-1. Look at that shot from behind home plate. Sun going down.
That's a beautiful stadium. Nice place out here.
One and now 1-2 on Williard. Contreras to hit next. Nice big crowd on a fireworks night in Anaheim. Which I've heard mostly from the Red Sox fans in attendance, not from the Angel fans. Cedon with the lead at first and 2 away. Got a piece of it to hang in. So the Red Sox got Detmers for 5 runs in 5 innings. This is a guy who came in with a career 1.95 ERA against Boston. One and 2 to Willier. And Fermin with the 1-2 pitch and puts him away. Red Sox got a hit and left him there at first base.
Let's take a look at Bennett's pitching arsenal presented by New England area Audi dealers through 5. It's been a heavy 4-seam changeup mix. Whitenight's got a good heater today and good swing and miss changeup. Sinker, just a handful of curveball sweepers.
Ground ball cracked right to the second baseman Gonzalez, and that is 1 pitch and 1 out. As he gets low, who's now 0 for 2.
He keeps doing that. He's getting a lot of ground balls, which he usually does. Now 13 for 17. First pitch strikes. Getting ahead. He really has been impressive.
Only 58 pitches as Andrew Bailey watches on approvingly. Brings up Heineman, the number 2 catcher, forced into duty. When Ohapi had to leave, they're evaluating him right now, we're told. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with a possible concussion. Trying to rule that out. So Heineman's had 1 at bat. He's 0 for 1 with a K. Bennett has given up 1 hit and really only a couple of hard hit balls all night. A looper into center field, coming on Cedon to make the play. 2 down. Just mowing him down tonight.
There's been a lot of that soft contact. That's been classified 5 hard hit balls, but average exit velocity is 81. I mean, that's nothing. A good outing, 84, 85. Been cruising here now, just 60 pitches. 2 outs in the 5th.
Zach Neto is 0 for 2. Grounded back to the pitcher and flat out to right. Well, his last outing against the Yankees, Jake Bennett was really good into the 7th inning as he went 6 1/3. That was a career high to get that 1 out in the 7th. Now he's about to get his 3rd out in the 6th inning if he can manage that. Line drive into left field, down for a base hit. Just a second knock against him in the ball game. But only 63 pitches for the left-hander. Opportunity to blow right by. 6 1/3 is his new high. Nolan Shonowell has grounded out 2 times, 0 for 2. Again, the Angels offense is not a terrible offense. 7th in runs in the American League, and 9th in home runs. Pitching has been a huge problem. 11th in ERA in the American League. They've walked more than any team in the American League. They're also last in fielding. Hooked foul off first base.
You still keep an eye. You know that pitch count is down. It hasn't happened much, but the 3rd time through the order, guy's now 9 for 19 off of it. So even though the pitch count is down, sometimes it's getting up and down, getting in deep into the games. Third time through, they start looking at him, seeing that changeup.
He popped up back toward the netting. Narvaez to watch it and off into the stands.
Seeing a lot more 92s now too, right, instead of 94s. Let's just finish this inning off and go from there.
The Red Sox supporting him tonight. 5 runs on 8 hits. 2 out, 2 strikes on the hitter. Shotwell with 6 home runs on the year. Oh, made a good pitch in there for strike 3. Puts him away with the K. 1 left. Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Nissan. Visit NissanUSA.com and your local dealer. And powered by Salem 5. See what you can do with the power of 5 on your side. Make your move to Salem 5. Back in Southern California. Been a good night for the Red Sox. On top 5-0 going to the 7th inning. Mitch Ferris, the lefty, coming out of their bullpen, gets a foul ball by Wilson Contreras. So the second reliever, Red Sox knocked out the starter Detmers after 5. Contreras, Durbin, Gonzalez due up here in the 7th.
Yeah, right under 4, but 18 walks, a big part of that 1.5 whip. 1.5 runners on per inning. A lot of traffic.
Wilson with a walk, a base hit and a run, and a fly to left. Hitting .285. Leading the Red Sox across the board in batting average, home runs, and RBIs. At short, gobbled up by Neto. 1 gone. Time for our strong play of the game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Well, let's put the score where we're at right now. 5-0. Caleb Durbin jumped all over this fastball, tucked it right around that left field corner. Number 8 on the year. And he really has been on fire the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Fouled away for a strike. Had a good at bat in the 3rd inning too, and he walked and eventually scored a run.
Extra base hit machine now. Was 31 games, 17 extra base hits. An average 320, 330.
Creeping up, he's at 231 overall. Had a long way to go digging himself out of that early hole, but he's been getting all manner of hits.
Yeah, this is like one of those times you talk about Caleb Durbin, how great he's swinging the bat, and someone will be like, well, he's hitting 230. And you're like, yeah, well, he was hitting $150 for the first month and a half.
No doubt, it was ugly.
To his credit, I like him, man. He grinds. I hated that start for him because I knew just the type of player he is. But he grinded through it. He figured this thing out. Kind of winning player.
And look at a strike. Romy Gonzalez on deck. Romy with a pair of hits tonight. 3-2 and driven into left field, but Lowe is there to make the catch. And 2 down.
Red Sox Destinations is everything you need to complete your baseball bucket list. Meet the team in a row with a special travel package to join All Access Fenway Park experience. You can learn more at redsox.com/travel.
Now Romy with a triple and a 2-run single. He's also struck out. Sox have out hit the Halos 8-2. Red Sox have actually left 7 men on base tonight. So they've had people everywhere. And the 2-0. He'll hold up and in there for a strike. Yankees won their game 5-2. They beat Minnesota, so they break a 7-game losing skid. Yankees had fallen to 4 games behind Tampa Bay. Red Sox had a lot to do with that. That's in there for a strike.
We knew it wasn't going to last against Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota's beat the Yankees the last like 30 years, it seems.
Feels that way. Yeah, absolutely feels that way.
Oh,
talk about getting in an opponent's head. Tampa Bay won again, though. That's 9 in a row for the Rays. And a base hit into right center field. Headed toward the gap. It's a ways out there, but he'll hold at first base. And another hit for Romy Gonzalez. He's 3 for 4.
That's a good sign for this offense. Just need someone to get on there who's capable of playing every day. Getting some offense. Again, another lefty. As I mentioned last year, still 286 against righties. Just became your everyday second baseman of the year.
Durant 0 for 1 with a couple of sacrifices tonight. One that drove in a run in the second inning. Got the Red Sox on the board. He'll take a ball outside. 7th inning, 5-0 Boston. That holds up. It's a very nice way to begin this road trip. And the 2-0 hit the other way. Hit well. Low, back it up, reaches and makes the play. Side retired. 1 hit, 1 left in the 7th. Red Sox baseball on NESN, brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love, it's what makes Subaru Subaru, and by Planet Fitness. Only $15 a month. The sun is finally set here in Southern California. Bennett's been terrific.
Oh, he's been outstanding. 6 innings. He's got 4 strikeouts, no walks. And you see he had that special fastball early on that was just getting by guys up in the zone, in the zone. And that last one, a little sinker up and in, just fooled Well, and that's the 4th strikeout of the game.
So pitching into his 7th inning, gets a swing and a miss here by Guzman, who has fanned and flied out. He got him 1, 2, 3 in the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. Finally gave up a hit and allowed his first base runner with 1 out in the next inning in the 5th. Gave up a base hit last inning, but nothing came of that. So only 2 hits tonight off the lefty.
Another first pitch strike. Just pounding the zone about a 68% rate.
And the 0-2.
Well, it's as advertised. I mean, Chad Tracy saw him a lot down in AAA. So listen, he's going to pound the zone. And his walk rate, 5.5. That's 92nd percentile, and it's elite.
Swing and a miss. Got him to chase. Struck him out. 1 down on the bottom of the 7th.
Change up again. Some really good swing and miss with that in the heater today. And again, location, right? Show it. Outer half, fades away off the plate. Got to be around the dish to get that chase.
He's fan 5. Soler is 0 for 2. Pretty good powers at 11. He'll pop it up short right. Out goes Gonzalez. Heat coming in. Nate wants it. 2 down. He's been doing this all night.
Yeah.
You know, fast at bats, weak contact for the most part. Very few hard hit.
He's just unfazed. I got a kick how he walks off the mound. You would know he's in a big league game. Like, just the demeanor.
Vaughn Grissom 1 for 2 with a single. And he'll take a strike. Pounded in, strike one. A lot of Red Sox starters have been doing that now for quite a while. Strike one, strike one. Of course, Red Sox recently had that string of 12 consecutive quality starts. And swung on and fouled back. Get the tarps off in the upper right field corner, and they're chanting USA, USA in support of the United States men's soccer team. The Belgium next. 1-2. He committed, and down he goes for strike three. Strikeout number 6. He gets him in order again.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Red Sox, the official source for your Boston Red Sox gear.
Now Monasterio to lead things off here to the 8th inning on a night that has really belonged to young Jake Bennett. Longest outing of his major league career, as he has gone 7 full, allowing just 2 hits. He struck out 6
and walked a guy. No one's been on second. Just a couple singles, stranded him right there.
Monasterio 0 for 3. The ground ought to pop up in a fly to center field. Sox got a run in the second, 3 in the third, another run in the 5th inning. Bennett has taken care of the rest. And a liner for a base hit past the lunging Grissom. So the Red Sox get to double figures in hits. Throw comes into first. He's back in safe.
Well, there are no handshakes in the dugout, so it looks like Bennett's going to get the 8th. Get 77 pitches. That's a nice way to start. Ooh. Coming off an off day, give your bullpen a little bit of a rest. Starter goes out there, gives you 7, maybe 7+.
You're not kidding. Red Sox gave up a bunch of runs in the last 2 games on the homestand, but kind of resetting tonight what they had been doing previous to that. And here's Narvaez, who's gone 1 for 3.
It's important for this team, right? That's the kind of recipe. But really the other side of the baseball that kind of feel better about. I mean, they're getting great starting pitching, but they have 10 hits, 5 runs. That's the number you got to get to.
Red Sox have had base runners in every inning. Nate Eaton on deck. And Ferris home with a 1-1. And across for a called strike. And just peeking ahead to the 4th of July. Red Sox have been a really good team on July 4th in the history of the franchise. 99-68. Lashed out, fouled away.
Oh, we got Sonny in the mound.
Monasterio with the lead at first. 1-2. And he hangs in. Now the win, the Red Sox would get back to 10 under 500. Down into the dirt, and a block by Heineman. And Ferris comes set. And past him to strike him out. One down in the Red Sox 8th inning. Top of the order, Nate Eaton next. Nate looking for that first hit this evening here in his 5th at bat. He's 0 for 4, 3 Ks.
0 for 16 right now.
And he's going to take ball 1. Very much a soccer World Cup theme in that upper corner.
Getting into it. Not quite like the Scots.
Nothing's like the Scots.
No, but there's a lot of them up there.
No Scots, no party, as they say. No beer left either.
No.
Boston.
Trying to restock.
And the 2-0 runner goes. Swinging a little line drive and a diving play there by the shortstop Neto. And he'll flip onto first base for a double play. That'll retire the size. Really good defender there at short. Still 5-0.
Coming in, catching this ball in the air, able to turn this double play. Good break on it by Neto.
Well, if you're just tuning in, by the way, it's late for you. But what a performance by Jake Bennett. 77 pitches through 7 innings. That's his major league high. He'll get a ground ball on the first pitch. Durbin will snatch that and get him. And Adele is 0 for 3. And that's the way he's been doing it all night long. Not wasting any pitches, getting a lot of ground balls like that. And fast outs.
Yeah, first pitch strikes have been outstanding. Continues to get ahead of everybody. Now 17 for 24, but they're quality first pitch strikes like that one, right? A little sinker down the way, getting to roll over.
Jose Siri 0 for 2.
Angel fans get a little frustrated the way things are going these days.
Yeah, you've heard a couple of sell the team chants here tonight from Angel fans. Right now being drowned out by the soccer chants. Meanwhile, Bennett has been a master on that hill, throwing a 2-hitter. So he is at 81 pitches. Sox bullpens had the night off to this point, and he'll pump in a strike. Grid 1. Keep an eye on this because he has not walked a man.
Yeah. Be quiet down that bullpen too. Why not?
That's a strike. So back to a full count. And the lanky left-hander with a 3-2 pitch. High fly right field deep. On the run, Rafaela and Eaton, and that ball's going to sail on out of here. So they break up Jake Bennett there with a home run. Siri was number 5. It traveled 408 feet and get him on a scoreboard here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, that scoreboard pitch. Right, really one of the first hitters you really fell behind all night long. Got the 3-0 and just, oh, here we go. We're up 5. I'm going to groove a 3-0. I'm going to groove a 3-1. I'm 3-2. I'm going to throw a strike. See what you can do with it. Siri doesn't try to pull this baseball, stays on it, and really tries this ball to right center. 5th of the year.
The Red Sox are going to get somebody up in the bullpen for the first time all night. After the home run by Siri to make it 5-1.
We get back on it. Give me strike 1 here. Throwing the ball great.
That's Garrett Whitlock going to the pen, and here's Lowe. And a ground ball. Diving play by Contreras. He'll flip it a foot race. Safe at first. And Lowe will pick up a base hit. Contreras with a diving stab. And no challenge from Tracy and the Red Sox on the play at first base.
Nice play by Wilson. It's just foot speed. Lowe can still run. Bennett kind of slowing down a little bit as he's getting to that bag. Right there, started to slow it down. He had to beat it first, but a long flip distance-wise from Wilson. As I mentioned, Lowe always could run.
So they will have their 4th hit of the ball game on that infield single. And now Heineman, who has gone 0 for 2 since he was forced into the game when the #1 catcher Ohapi got hurt early, took a foul tip hard off the face mask.
They try to get him hot maybe for Neto's 4th at bat against him. He singled off him last time. Power threat. Let's see a ground ball here. He's been doing it all night. That last outing, 87 pitches was a career high for him. This next one's 87.
Popped up at first base. Contreras with room in foul territory. And 2 down. A big crowd tonight in Anaheim at the Big A. 43,747 on a fireworks night. That'll happen again on the 4th of July and the night following that.
We're going to do it in the 5th too, huh? A weekend of fireworks. The big out for Jake. I think maybe if a guy got on, that would have been it for him, but I'll give him a chance to finish this inning off.
Facing Neto. He's gone 1 for 3 with a single. 88 pitches right now for the lefty.
Oh, career high. First time he's faced a guy a 4th time through the order.
The 88 are a new career high. The innings pitched 7 2/3. That's a new career high. It's a big night for him. Lowe, the base runner, with 2 down. And Bennett from the set. Foul away. Neto has struck out more than any other batter in the American League. Not tonight yet.
Yeah. Finish this off.
Lowe with the lead off first. And the 1-2 to Neto. Bounced it up there. Ricochets behind him. That'll advance the runner with Lowe heading up to second, stopping there on a wild pitch.
Breaker ball tries to finish off in his back foot. And he yanks it. Now he tries to get in front of it, but kind of run on fumes here, just trying to execute one more pitch.
Pitch number 92 for Bennett with a 2-2 and a base hit into right. Lowe hitting third, up and gunning Eaton. It comes on through, but the run scores on a base hit by Neto, and a 5-2 game. And let's see what Tracy has in mind. Here he comes. Chad going out to get him. Neto with the RBI single. And so the night is over for Jake Bennett. Best night of his career.
They threw the ball great. Just kind of ran out of gas there at the end. It's a shame they actually put 2 on him. Threw a lot better than that, but he'll take that all day long. They pushed him. They stretched him out a little bit. And especially after that leadoff, that homer by Siri rather with an out and then the base hit. You can see he was struggling, but they want to give him one more hit to try to get out of it, and they don't get a hit.
We'll take the break. Whitlock coming in. So here's a look at our Ford employee pricing call to the bullpen for Bennett. 7 2/3, new career high. Didn't walk anybody. 5 hits, 92 pitches. That's a career high.
That was impressive. Just pounded the zone. Fell behind Siri.
Toss back to first base and diving back in there, Neto. 2 down in the 8th inning. Garrett Whitlock out of the pen.
Well, that was the first sign, right? 3-0 to Siri, and you're like, he hasn't done that all game. It's been strike one, quick at bats. Impressive outing nonetheless.
Shonawell taps that one to second. Gonzalez with the flip over to retire the side. Couple of runs in, but we go to the 9th. 5-2 Red Sox. The official hospital of the Red Sox is Bethesda Deaconess Medical Center. They're advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. Dave Lou Jamai with it. This is Kirby Yates coming out of the bullpen to pitch in the 9th inning for the Angels. Red Sox have a 5-2 lead. The Sox have Aroldis Chapman loosening up in the bullpen.
Yeah, Kirby Yates. A pretty nice job for them. See that whip under 1. He's going to be a fastball, not overpowering, 91 or so, but he's got a good split that goes with it. And he's been terror on righties. They're 2 for 35 against him.
Aroldis, meanwhile, as Rafaela gets in, had 2 more strikeouts against the Yankees on Sunday. And in the process, he tied Hoyt Wilhelm as the all-time leader in strikeouts by a relief pitcher. That's in the history of the game. 1,363. Weissert has now joined him in the pen. So you might see that nugget of history tonight, because they are tied, he and Wilhelm, at the moment.
That is amazing. 2 strikeouts in the history of reliever. Think about that. Like old school closers go 3, right? 2 innings, multiple innings, a lot of innings, a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, you all remember Goose Gossage growing up. That was 2-3 innings. A lot of guys did in the older days. Not these days, as far as closers.
Looks like Whitlock, a nice little 2-pitch outing. A little ground ball.
Cedon's looking for his 3rd hit tonight. He's 2 for 4. He'll cut and miss for strike 3. 1 away in the 9th. Red Sox 5 runs and 10 hits and no errors. And for the Angels, 2 runs on 5 hits and an error. That'll bring up Wilyer Bray, who's gone 1 for 3 with a double. Red Sox got a run in the 2nd inning off Detmers to take a 1-0 lead. But the big inning was the next inning, the 3rd, when they poured across 3 runs, and Wilyer was the guy that started that with a double. With 1 out, Contreras had a base hit. Durbin worked a walk, and then Romy Gonzalez stepped up and hit a 2-run single. Red Sox added another run, and they were off to the races and had taken a 4-0 lead at that point. Got 1 more in the 5th inning and a home run by Durbin. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 up, 2 down. And the Sox 9th. Wilson Contreras 1 for 3 tonight. He'll hit next.
2 strikes. Just a little much, right? You know he knows it. He talks about it against righties. I got to stay short, keep my front shoulder in like I do with lefties. You get in that box and strange things happen.
Big swing and a miss by Wilson. Red Sox have struck out 10 times tonight. They also have 10 hits. 1-2. For the Red Sox, the question is, between now and the All-Star break, how many games will Chad Tracy be able to pencil in the name Wilson Contreras? Got 8 more left before the All-Star break after tonight. As he faces that suspension, he's appealing. A little foul ball that ran in on the thumbs.
I also wonder too, like we talked about, staggering them, if whatever may happen. Then it kind of turns into, who do you want first? Who do you want second? Maybe it goes by pitching matchups in Chicago for a guy like Eaton. Maybe he's not going to play the first 2. Let's do Eaton early on.
Sure, could be. Strategy on it. 1-2.
Regardless whether it's him for the last 5 games and the first game coming out of the break, it's a huge loss. With what this guy's done for you all year long, consistently from day one.
And a 2-2. Slapped into left center field. That's down for a hit. Keeps on rolling. That's going to go all the way to the fence. He's digging for 2. Went in there hard. He's trying for third now. Here's the throw, and he's going to be out at third base. He was thinking about a triple. Instead, cut down to third for out number 3 here in the 9th inning. As we go to the bottom of the 9th, 5-2 Red Sox. Well, Red Sox looking to lock this up. A 5-2 lead. Anaheim. They'll bring on the closer, Aroldis Chapman, who is on the doorstep of history. 1 more strikeout tonight, and he sets the all-time record for strikeouts by a relief pitcher. It's not a closer. That is all relief pitchers all time.
This is impressive. Really big moment here for Chapman. Won't get 1 more strikeout. Take care of that baseball. That's a great achievement. And a great career he's had. Just continues to do it.
And 383 career saves, trying to add to that. Denzer Guzman will lead things off in the 9th. Fouls it away for a strike. He's gone 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. It's the heart of their order, 3, 4, 5 in the 9th. Pretty nasty with that split. And 0-2. Aroldis Chapman can make history right here. And the left-hander from the stretch. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's a record for all time. 1,364 strikeouts for Aroldis Chapman. That's the most of any relief pitcher in the history of Major League Baseball.
That is something else. That is quite an achievement. History of the game. Look at that little smile on the face. Enjoy that moment. And then when he toes that rubber, he's just thinking about getting the next 2. But this is a pretty special moment for one of the best closers of all time.
Sure is. Hall of Fame resume filed away by Soler, who's gone 0 for 3. Back to the big K.
Well, it had to be on a heater, right? I mean, you could have gone split slider, I think, if you wanted to, but had to go heater and then just a patented stare.
Fly down the right field line, kind of a slicer, but it's going to be a foul ball off the bat of Soler. Oh, what a career this fellow's had. And it's been a great stop here in Boston. And, Bennett gets a chance to watch it after what was the best night of his career in many categories. But he's watching a guy who has had a spectacular career. And now at the age of 38, still getting it done. Looking for back-to-back Ks. And missed there. 99 on the gun.
It's crazy to think back, too. When they signed him, it was sort of like, you remember that tough year, the year before in Pittsburgh, kind of lost the closing job. And I wasn't exactly sure he was going to be the closer.
Base hit into left center field off the bat of Soler. And he'll be content with a single with 1 down.
He's taking that job and run with it. I'm sure he'd love to go out here, too, and just, close this thing out. I remember when Colorado blew that first save of the year, and then did so the other day. Red Sox actually won that game against the Yankees, but second one, so 2 out of the last 4. I'm sure you just like to get a ground ball and get out of here, or a couple strikeouts.
Another double play right here. Well, Grissom has gone 1 for 3. Yeah, I remember when Aroldis was first signed, and all the question was, well, can he still throw strikes?
Yeah.
You know, seems to walk guys too much. Is that really going to be his role with the Red Sox? Flat dominated in that role. Tap of the helmet here.
Call a strike, the batter's challenge.
Was it called strike? Angels with a challenge.
Oh.
Pitches the ball. Los Angeles has 1 challenge.
Grissom got that one right. So to count 2-0. With Soler, the base runner at first, and 1 out in the 9th. And the strike. And Chapman home with a 2-1. Into left center. Down for a hit. That'll put runners at first and second. So after the historic strikeout, back-to-back singles. And here comes Joe Adele, who's a home run threat.
Well, we've got 11 on the year. I need a little drama. What's life without drama, Obi?
I'd like a little less tonight, actually, to be honest with you.
I'm with you.
5 runs, 11 hits for the Red Sox, 2 runs on 7 hits for the Angels. Adele has lined to first, fly to center, grounded out to short, 0 for 3. Angels were being shut out until they got a couple of runs off Jake Bennett in the 8th. Although he went 7 2/3, the longest of his career. You have to be careful with this man. He represents the tying run. And Chapman's first one to him. That'll be inside for ball 1. So Soler at second, Grissom on at first. Ground ball to third. Durbin into second. That's 1 on to first. In time for the double play. The Red Sox win it 5-2. And the save goes to Aroldis Chapman. The win to Jake Bennett. Red Sox pitched an outstanding game, and they take game 1, that all-important game 1 of the longest trip of the year.
Yeah, nice game here. Obviously, Jake Bennett was fantastic for 7 2/3. He was great. Chappie comes in and cleans it up, but offensively, he put up 5 runs. Get on the board here early, 3 runs in that third, but offensively a nice night. You got to keep the offense rolling. You feel good about this rotation. Try to go put a 5 here, but a nice first win here in this road trip.
This Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Adam and Jim will break down the key moments in the victory, and Jemai will chat with Romy Gonzalez, who had quite a night here. That and more coming up after the break.